Cnbc original.
I am very excited to be your host for the 2009 Walmart Shareholders Meeting.
When you came into this office as CEO, not very long ago, what went through your head?
To move into this office, these paneled walls that Sam Walton had installed is a tremendous honor.
In fiscal 2009, your sales eclipsed $400 billion.
The buyers come out into this area, they meet in these little rooms and negotiate billions of dollars of purchases of product.
In this last year, the international division opened 500 stores.
We got rid of the smokes just to signal a change.
We just love our relationship with our associates. We are a family.
What do we want? Free choice. Now. You're not my family.
2 million people, you're a family?
It really is that way.
Are you made to work overtime?
Yeah, when it's busy, they'll have us do overtime until 2 or 3 a.m., sometimes throughout the night, 24 hours a day.
24 hours a day.
I don't mind standing up for workers and letting Walmart know they need to pay a decent wage and let folks organize.
You know what? I'm sick of being threatened by you people. I want the union.
These workers seem much more emboldened than they have been in the past.
Every worker ought to have the right to join a union. Now is our time.
I despise Walmart because I've seen what it's done to so many communities.
We need Walmart.
It's been suggested I drop dead or be tarred and feathered.
With this ribbon cutting, we will be open for business.
Who is the world's largest retailer?
We can truly lead for our customers, for our shareholders, for this planet. So we must seize this moment in time.
Since its earliest days, the company has succeeded in keeping unions out. But that could soon become more difficult.
We are introducing legislation that puts power back into the hands of the people who are truly the backbone of our country.
Free choice. Now.
A proposed federal law, the Employee Free Choice Act, or EFCA, would make it easier for workers to form unions and harder for management to block them. If EFCA were to become law, and right now that is far from a certainty, it could, over time, upend the low-cost, low-price model that Walmart is built on.
Thousands of businesses are opposed to the Employee Free Choice Act, and Walmart would be opposed also. This business model
that unyielding resolve puts Walmart's management squarely at odds with an energized group of pro-union activists who've been galvanized by the prospect of EFCA becoming law.
We're asking the public, if you don't mind, just put your signature on that, that you would support Walmart workers joining a union.
From union members approaching shoppers outside Walmarts,
They shouldn't have to ask the boss men, can they have a union?
To rallies, even in Walmart's Arkansas backyard. Union organizers like Megan Scott are working behind the scenes to keep up the pressure.
We have this massive healthcare march on Saturday.
I think we definitely want to keep the focus on the workers, and they should still be telling their stories.
Scott runs Wake Up Walmart, a group funded by the UFCW, the United Food and Commercial Workers Union.
We feel that Walmart, because of its size, because of its success, it's continuing to make record profits in these tough economic times. They have a responsibility and an ability to do things that other companies can't necessarily do. So if Walmart started paying a livable wage, if they started providing health care that their workers could afford, everybody else in the industry would basically follow suit.
I think Walmart would say, when we open a new Walmart, the lines are out the parking lot, around the block, in terms of people who want the 400 jobs that we may be creating at any given supercenter.
Well, we say there's no reason those can't be good jobs. The company had $13.5 billion in profits last year. However, they're paying their workers an average of $10.86 an hour. Ends up being, for full-time, a little over $19,000 a year, keeping them below the poverty line for a family of 4.
Some of them headed to Washington, D.C. 75 associates from across the country descended upon the Capitol, hoping to influence their congressman to support the Employee Free Choice Act. At breakfast, associates swapped stories about why they made the journey.
I can barely pay for my medical and my medications, much less pay my bills.
It just got to the point where these last weeks, hearing the lies that they're telling people why we shouldn't have a union, and the union gonna take all your money.
We gotta tell our senators that it's important that the Employer Free Choice Act get done.
Among those wanting to be heard was Eugene Hart, a 33-year-old associate at this North Miami supercenter. Walmart did not permit our cameras inside. So far, almost a third of the store's 476 employees have signed cards in favor of a union, an unusually large showing.
Ready for school?
No. Hart has spent 3 years at Walmart, unloading trucks for $11.15 an hour, below the retail industry average of $12.95 an hour. He says with that kind of pay, he can't afford a car or Walmart's health insurance. But now that balance could tip with a new occupant in the White House who's been a fierce proponent of the union movement.
I don't mind standing up for workers and letting Walmart know they need to pay a decent wage and let folks organize. When Walmart fails to provide health care for more than half of its employees, that puts workers and their families all across the country at risk of losing their health care too.